Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Just give me a second while we ping the Discord and put a link out on Twitter. And then we'll have a little bit of hello people. Okay, who do we have? Mehmet, Brad, Doggo, Suis, Stuart, Mehmet again, Rene, Minor, Michael, Mr. Whale, Gaming, Bren, G. Happy Sunday everyone. How has everyone's weekend been? Has everyone been okay? Hey, Eggsy, Josh, Andre. Welcome guys. Welcome. So thanks so much for all the support during our geometry episode. You guys really enjoyed the Few Candy Lakes build, and as did I. So we're going to carry on detailing around this today. I also want to start doing some work on the little elevated arterial network that we've started to implement over by the university. I want to bring another slip ramp off of this. I'm going to rework this entire network here. Don't really want this to sink down. But of course, we'll start with some suburban detailing. So, last episode, I did put down some piers, but then actually had to remove them because I was running into some issues. So we're going to start out by reworking some of these pier assets in again today. See, maybe we got a small one. Just one any. Did download a couple. I think probably this one's going to be fine actually. Let's go for that. Bring that down. Finally made a live stream. Welcome in Top Rock. Hello for you, Candy, as well. Love your videos and building the city Minecraft. Sounds good. Not really. My uncle passed away today, so sorry to hear that, Zach, mate. Hope you're okay, dude. Hopefully the stream can provide you a little distraction for a couple of hours at least. Hey, Arthur and Terabang. Welcome all. Okay, so I'm thinking I might want to actually crack open another one of these sides here to maybe do a little bit of kind of Green Cities market action. Not quite sure how true that is to what you would find in Phoenix, but it's not a total replication, right? So that's what we'll do. We'll move all these guys. And see if we can start playing with another little design to sit opposite that little nature reserve sort of park we put together during the kind of circular suburb build. Hey, Mango, Allison. Yes, the Aussies will be heading to bed soon. Thank you so much for joining us, Allison. Do hope you're well. Okay. So I'm probably thinking dirt roads are going to be the most appropriate for what I have in mind here. We'll also give a Green Cities specialization for the commercial for a few Candy Lakes as well. Let's go for organic and local. That should be good enough. We'll grab ourselves a little dirt road. And we'll go for 10 for right now. That should be okay. We've got a couple of little 4 dashes. And that should give us enough to work with for the time being. Let's come into Green Cities Commercial. So very much interested in playing with a lot of the lower end assets. See what happens here. Okay, I don't think I'm totally averse to having some stands maybe facing out onto the water. Let's get some in here too. Definitely want to start bringing in lots of vanilla gravel path as well, because this always works really nicely with the texture of those Green Cities commercial assets. We'll see if we can keep true to the curves that are kind of making themselves known in this suburb too. Alright. Continue to place in some assets. I'm not adverse to kind of actual buildings being here, I suppose. It doesn't have to just be kind of stalls and stands and cafes and whatnot. I'm a fan of this one as well. Maybe we can get a couple of these up against the water so people can sit out and enjoy a coffee by the lake, or more likely a glass of water in this heat, I think. Brad Stanton with a $5 Australian super chat just in case I fall asleep. Another 40-hour work week ahead. Thank you so much, Brad. Really appreciate your support, mate, and your dedication to trashing your sleeping pattern to make my live streams. Thank you so much for the super chat, mate. And if you do fall asleep, then have a good sleep. Okay. I need your skills for this game. Oh, I need other people's skills for this game as well. Came out by 5, I think, didn't we? Let's try and stay true to that. Alright. So I'm quite keen on lining a pathway with perhaps some new content creator grass. If that's not going to be... I think maybe just on the side of the water though. Maybe that's something like this. Okay, we'll bring this in on each side as well. Very happy that the vanilla game has these kind of taller grasses now. I think it's something that's been missing. Okay. It's on its way. We'll definitely bring a pathway around the front of the water too. Continue to place those Green Cities assets. And I think stuff like soy and lentils is going to be appropriate. Nothing bigger than this for kind of an actual building, if you like, not just kind of a temporary market stall. It's going to be alright. It might not be realistic, but elevated zoo path over the lake might look spicy. Yes, it will, Ben. We're going to do some walkable pathway stuff between the 4 sides today as well. Great minds. Really good. Such a beautiful area. Your last episode was fire. Looking forward to seeing what you do today. Wouldn't mind a coffee there. Yeah, it's not bad, is it, Valley Lad? Not bad, is it? Definitely one of my favourite designs in the city so far, this little geometric suburb. And there's so many more we can do as well, kind of using the same techniques with Roundabout Builder to make things a little more interesting. And we'll continue to design these kind of desert oasis suburbs, if you like, as the city grows. And the mile grid expands. Yep, I think I'm happy with the public market. I think I'm happy with that one. Let's go for a couple of these ones over here, perhaps. Let's place them first. And then we'll use Move It to jiggle into place, if you like. Let's go for some of these grasses away. So this one's got like a little story on it, like a little second floor, or first floor technically, I suppose. But I'm thinking we can probably just get away with that there. I think I'm gonna risk it. Let's also move my little container cafes across the touch, and we can hopefully accommodate our new friend in here too. Is this an asset I even like? It's not really that nice, is it? Yeah, it's actually just is like a container shed. Let's not use that one. This is the one I'm thinking of, I think. Yeah, with the little open bit at the front. Let's see if we can accommodate him. And if you guys haven't seen View Candy's last live stream, some of the stuff that she did with Green Cities stuff is amazing. Made like a little kind of town centre plaza out of it. They're such flexible assets, these Green Cities stuff. Really nice. Remember Ali Briskin with a 100 Turkish lira super chat. Walkable quay walls would look good with these bridges. Totally agree, Mehmet. I did actually try it with the walkable seawall quays, but it was a little bit much. I felt like it worked better with just the sand against it. But when we come to do this desert oasis suburb, using the main lake as some sort of feature, we'll absolutely be getting involved with walkable quays around this one. But thanks so much for the super chat, mate. Really appreciate it. Mehmet is here every week. Absolute machine. Okay, I think we're coming to a close now for selecting assets. Bring maybe one more into the front entrance. Somewhere like that. We're not missing any connections here. Yeah, they're all still classes connected to road. That's fine by me. And cool. Okay, so let's start bringing some touches of overgrowth back around the edge of the lake again, making sure our terraforming is somewhat sensible. Let's come back onto level terrain for just a brief minute. It's 1 AM in Melbourne. Yeah, the Australians are pulling a late one tonight. Well, every week, really, as always. As always. Late as usual, no worries, Rudy. Welcome in. What do you think of the new airport DLC, and when are you thinking of incorporating it into the build? I like the new airports DLC. I think it's one of the best ones. We're probably a fair while away from Ilos' airport yet. It's probably going to sit here, I imagine. Kind of parallel with the highway, and then the downtown being on the other side. So, a while away yet. It'll be after the downtown. The downtown will go in before the airport does. But a while away, anyway. To answer the initial question, it's not quite there yet. So I'm going to come in with some layers of base game overgrowth initially. Alright, so there's a little bit of texture to the ground. And then we'll probably stick with the workshop trees for the banking, I think. Definitely get some more long grasses down here. And we'll jump into Google Earth again today as well and carry on looking at some nicer little suburban park designs and whatnot. Probably try to get some big box inspiration as well today. Okay, let's bring some palms in too. Mostly wondering how we're feeling against the workshop palms compared to the content creator palms. Are they the same? No, they are the different ones. This one. Yeah, it's just a little thinner, isn't it? And taller as well. Yeah, lots of Aussies here. Are we all a bit crazy? Yeah, there is a few Aussies in tonight, actually. Surprisingly. Do appreciate all the support, though, of course, from around the world. Where would we be without our Aussies? I'm guessing you haven't looked at the tram, bus, metro, train hub yet? No, I get sent like a million different assets and links a day for Ilos, Tim. It takes me a while to get around to them all, mate. What's this one? Wild Hedge. Happy for that. Let's also go for some cactus as well. And I think, maybe, yeah, let's get some rocks in as well. Let's go for some smaller rocks on the corner where there's a little bit of open space. And I also want to bring these little pathways around as well if possible. See if we can come out from this space. There's a little bit of trees, but not the end of the world. Let's do the same on this side as well. Take quite a few of those. And Surface Painter should take this away. This is the, yes, right texture. Fantastic. Amazing. Paint this out as well. Cool. Let's get some, probably another Green Cities asset in here as well, I think, actually. Not that big, though. How about you? No, too big. Too big. What would you say is your favourite mod? Ooh, that's a tough question. Probably Intersection Marking Tool. I love Intersection Marking Tool. It's really good. Would Fertile Soil be good around this lake? It possibly would be, JJ. Yeah, it possibly would be a good shout actually to bring in some fertile land around. Not adverse to trying it out. Let's go for maximum strength. Yeah, just a little bit of let's turn off lock forestry as well. Probably want to rework this side as well. I just don't like the way the Green Cities houses sit on a corner like that. Probably do a little bit of move it to bring them in. But yeah, certainly a little bit of fertile land wouldn't go amiss for bringing some life into the suburb, I think. Just touches of greenery around the water. I'm open to that. Of course, the forestry will hide it a little bit, but you could try the kind of artificial grass, actually. How intense is that one here? I don't think it's too bad, is it? You can definitely get away with it. It's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, okay. Let's carry on with our faithful rock and tree detailing, of course. Let's bring some of these in to go for some larger numbers as well. And then lots of the brown weeds. Yellow hill grass. Where's my brown weed gone? There. Turn that brush strength down as well so we're not placing like 1,000 of them at once. Okay, maybe a little bit here. Be a little bit too much actually. Let's see if we can come down into some shorter ones. Yeah, there we go. Something a little smaller for that space. That's going to be alright. And definitely keep this quite wild. Nothing overly landscaped, I think. Just keep the kind of cactus vibes flowing. Cool. Similar thing over this as well. Don't think I want that second building coming in. It is becoming a little bit too much. Let's go for some more here too. Got 141 people here already. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Everyone's having a wonderful weekend. Cool. Maybe one more palm knocking around in here too. Something like that. And maybe a couple of those as well. Okay. So it seems to be okay for the time being, I think. I think we're okay. Terek Gara with a 6 something. I have no idea what that currency is, dude. I'm so sorry. Hello from Palestine, enjoying your vids and streams. Thank you so much, Tarek. Really appreciate the super chat, buddy, and I'm glad you're enjoying the content. I have no idea what that currency is. If anyone could tell me in the live chat, I've never seen that symbol before. But thank you so much for the support, Tarek. Don't forget nature reserve fence. I'm trying to stay away from the fencing near the shoreline. We can certainly try it. You know, I'm never going to say no to testing out some fencing, but I was just quite happy with the open shorelines. But that does look really good. So now, yeah, maybe just around the Green Cities side, I think we'll do a little bit of nature reserve fencing. Just the tiniest little bit. Right. We did just lose a palm though. Let's make sure we put that back in. Wonderful. That one's terraforming as well. It's just sloping down a little bit. We got some traffic building up at the new junction. Yes, so we will have... Yeah, this will be fixed by the high-speed road. That's fine. They're all just trying to take the right turn in the grid. That'll get fixed. We'll do that in a minute. Okay. Police car just wiping out like 3 cars on his little U-turn. There we go. Okay. So I think I'm happy with that, right? It's going to sit opposite the little nature reserve park here quite nicely. Do want to just try and rejig this pier though, if possible. They are a little bit awkward with the terrain sometimes, but we can pretend it's connected at least. Looks like from most angles. Cool. Yeah, that's a much nicer use of the space, isn't it? It's going to mirror our Green Cities or Nature Reserve Park as well. Okay, so let's come over and fix this. So it's not tailing back massive at the minute, but AI is trying to take the right turn. Even though this is a right turn lane, but whatever. Will lane connectors help this stupidity? We will find out. And come straight across and then into the right lane as well. We'll see if the lane connectors make a difference. No, it's fine. Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because we're bringing this road over now. So this wants to all be deleted. We're going to come over this now, so I don't want to sink down anymore. Let's get rid of all this as well. Yep, go, 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 go. We will do some sunken sections of kind of the diagonal arterial, but not here. This wants to be... We do have a rail crossing here as well, so I have to be careful with what road we choose. It's fine. It'll be okay for right now. Let's force this back down to ground with an upgrade so we don't have the bridge. Wonderful. And then let's start eyeing up how this is going to happen. These sound barriers have got such a small little window to delete them. There we go. Cool. Right. So looking for this one, we're going to force down to ground. Are we just going to come straight over the middle here? I think we are. Yes, we will. So we'll come up by 10 meters. And then let's go for there for right now. Let's take out the power lines. There we go. So we'll take this section into elevated. Now, where do I want the bridge to stop? Let's bring out a little road here. How far is that back? We come for 5 units. Okay, and then we can use those 2 nodes as the excuse to now bring in the bridge upgrade, which we will force to elevation. That should give us enough breathing room over the main junction. Might want to move the pillars around a touch, but we should be alright. DJ DL with a $10 US super chat. Good morning. Love this spicy new few Candy Lake districts and indeed Ilos in general. Wonderful, inspired work. Thank you so much, DJ. Really glad you're still enjoying the series. Lovely. And thank you so much for all the support. So what's going to happen here, I wonder? What do we want to do? I think we're definitely going to keep it on the ground. Let's come on with road anarchy as well. And collision. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go, that's what I wanted. Then let's go for... right there, we will open the network multi-tool. We will go for slope from here to here. That should be okay, I think. Yep, we're good. We're good. Let's get these 2 slip roads hooked back in. We'll probably actually afford to hook these in a little bit sooner now. There's a new junction being added in here. Spins down as well. The currency is really Shackleeg. Thank you so much for clearing that up, mate. Really appreciate it. Okay, just want to make sure that we're not kind of breaking any views or significant design choices we've made here with this new elevation. I think we'll be okay. I definitely want to remove the surface painter off this section too, because I want that exposed stone on the least where it banks up anyway. So go for that one. It's going to be fine. Let's make sure we carry on running it. I think we will. Let's go on for road length as well. Yeah, we'll keep it embanked. That's going to give us some more detail and opportunities, I think. And then at this point, we will then force the elevation as we cross over the main road. Would be good if we can do it with no pillars, which I think... yep, we're good. We're good. And now this can flow off somewhere, and at some point, a new junction will be hooked into this one. Wonderful. But it would be nice to give it a connection for the meantime, at least, I think. Just so it gets used. Sure, let's do that. Let's just give them... I want that road that I used over here. Where is it? That one right there. Hey Tyler, Thick Phoenix, welcome to the stream, guys. Cool, yeah, let's just hook it into this for right now. Just so they can actually get on the bridge at this end if they wanted to. And they can do now. And let's find some places to bring new slip ramps down into this section that wants to be serviced by this road. I'm really hoping that this kind of diagonal road design that we've chosen to run with and to help support the mile grid frame is going to be quite effective at reducing traffic. It's not really a technique I've tried before. I know we had kind of great success with the ring road theory in Palavan. So we'll see how this one turns out. Alright. No promises. So let's get a slip road in here. Let's come for some highway roads and we'll grab a... is it just one lane we're using over here? I think it is. Yes, just one lane. Let's continue with that lane mathematic then. This one here. there is probably something we can do again with the network multi-tool if we wanted to. Let's come out a little shorter than that. Let's go for like here. The node controller will sort out these ends to widen them out a little bit. Let's go for create connection mode. They won't connect with each other. Okay, how do I want to do this? That should be fine. Get the connection in there, and then let's open node controller once we have our direction switched around. We will offset the red and the blue. Gonna straighten everyone up. Okay, if you whack the speed up on it and it heads to the downtown, I'm sure it'll get a load of usage. Yeah, that's the theory in practice, is that eventually, you know, the skyline will sit at the end of this road. And rather than people having to trek all the way through the arterial frames to get there, they can just jump on this road that has a couple of exits on and off it. So it's like a mini highway, essentially. Because it is actually a highway road. It's the same ones that, same pack that these are out of. It's a good point about the speed as well. How fast are these roads at the minute? Can we find out? Yeah, here we go. So the North American highways are 100, is that kilometers? Yes, kilometers an hour. And the arterials are 50. So yeah, it's essentially double the speed if you're going to be getting on this little slip system. Which is fine by me. Okay, this connection here could be a bad idea. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Let's bring that one off as well. We can bring out the same node of this one, actually. Would be helpful. We'll do a lot of sloping in a minute as well. It's not all going to look quite as jankers. Just give it a second while we get the frames in. Okay. So let's come to slope tool. Let's go from here to here. Cool, mostly happy with that, I think. Let's go for bringing the nodes in a little bit, and can you kind of slide over this way? There we go. Okay, so let's let the game play and just see if anyone takes these. Yep, there you go. Immediately. Okay, we definitely want to turn off that right turn. Yeah, do not want them doing that. That was ridiculous. We'll do some traffic manager in a minute as well. Let's bring some more power lines over. And then let's do some turn-in stuff as well. Hey, Bad Peanut. Welcome to the stream, buddy. How are you? Bad Peanut's a wonderful workshop creator, guys, if you haven't checked him out. Okay, so let's go for... I guess it'll be turns, right? We just take out the left turn off that road. That should fix it. Yes, I think we definitely want to delete some nodes here, though, because there's too many. No, that's not the one I wanted to remove. Let's probably go for that one, actually, and then we'll add this one back in. Yeah, so like there, and then let me re-upgrade that road. Because I know we do get issues with the nodes being too close together with traffic stopping and starting. We've had that in the city before. Oh, that's messed up my road markings a little bit, but we'll bear with it until we get in some intersection marking tool stuff anyway. Bunch of people already picking it up there. Ilos's road systems are very much just about alleviating the pressure off of other areas. I don't like how straight this is. I might try and curve it off a little bit. Okay, so traffic is accumulating here. This could do with becoming 2-lane in that case then. Let's force to ground. At least for a little bit. Don't worry about how janky this looks for the time being. We're just going to see how people decide to use it. Yeah, there's that node problem again. We'll have to fix the nodes here. We can't allow that to happen. That's a serious pothole in that highway. Yeah, this one here. Where it's melted a little bit. Where it's melted. Okay, so this junction looks like it can handle becoming a 6-way. So I think I'm happy with that. Again, ignoring the jank in the roads. Okay. And people are taking this slip road here, which is great news. So this will now start siphoning off a bunch of the university traffic, because it's going to be much faster for them to get over here this way. Which will be good, right? Sarah Ducky with a $20 Australian super chat. Love visiting Ilos, always awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah. I really appreciate the support. And another crazy Aussie that's up way past their bedtime, I'm sure. Thank you so much for hanging around in the live stream, Sarah. Okay, let's bring off another road this side. Yes, it's fine. And then just connect in there for right now. That's fine until this junction becomes something a little more impressive. This road probably wants to become 6-lane now as well. Let me dive into yet more of my endless road packs. Here we go. It's never ending, isn't it? Okay, so grade that into 6-lane. And then again, what I'll probably do with this exit is factor into whatever build occupies this kind of half-mile grid. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Let's just give like a really horrible rough connection for right now until we know what build occupies this, and then we can factor this exit off into that build. But for right now, let's try and focus on making this somewhat appealing, because there is some issues with nodes. Yeah, so we can't move that one because that's where they're connected. Can I force you into upgrading, I wonder? Like here. And then remove that node. Are you happier with that? Once they read it, we'll find out. I love the gigantic pothole in the road. Very American, yeah. Alright, Sean. Can you use Traffic Manager to allow entry to the block junction to help with the traffic? Possibly. Possibly. There we go. So I might actually keep this elevated and allow it to spiral down. Because I bet we can get some really nice designs with... Yeah, I think I've got a vision in mind for this. We're going to try it out. We'll try it out. Okay, so for the ground, I want it to be 1 lane. Okay. Let's come off the road guideline snap as well, because that's really going to mess with us. Okay. Now there probably is... Well, I know there is a method. It's this one here for the create loop mode, but I'm not massively comfortable with that one yet, so I'm just going to do it manually. Let's go for 7 units. That should be okay. Love the pothole. Do you guys want to keep the pothole? We can keep it if you want. Can if you like. Give me a second here, guys. We're just playing with an idea. It might not end up being concrete or final. Let me forest brush this away as well. Let's get rid of those bushes. So I'm seeing if it'll work. We will wait and find out. Go for normal behavior. Is this going to look ridiculous? I can't really tell. We'll keep playing with it. We'll just see what happens, right? There is definitely a way to do this easier with Network Multi-Tool. I just don't know how to do it yet. Let's come back to the road guideline snap as well. Okay, and then we'll change direction. This will be really nice to detail if it works. It's a little bit of road height spice as well. It's also giving more room for the traffic to back up at the junction if it needs to, if it's busy. Alright. I think it's okay. Waiting for the live chat to hate it. But I think we're alright. Java start with a 10 Canadian dollars super chat. Hello to all. Hello to you, Java. How are you doing, mate? Thank you so much for the super chat. Hope you're well. Always nice to see you in the streams, which is every week. Java is a keen overcharged egg fan. And what is that mod which allows you to show how many broken connections alerts set at the top of the screen? Oh god, what's it called? It's in my mod list. Someone will be able to tell you. Is it like track it or something like that? Show it. It's one of those ones. Watch it, DJ. Watch it. There we go. That's what it's called. It's called Watch It. I knew it was something it. I knew it was something like that. Yeah, okay. I think I'm happy with it. Let's detail it up. Possible rock action to sit within these as well. How true to Phoenix this is, probably not entirely sure. Maybe something like this more likely belongs in Utah, maybe. I think Utah's a little more rocky and mountainous southwest vibes, isn't it, than Arizona. Either way, we'll play with it. Let's definitely start bringing those palms in because they're really going to help enjoy, or help us to enjoy this new design as well. You should use the slope tool to have the slope more even. I don't think the slope's that bad as it is. I mean, yeah, I guess we can use the slope tool. It would help, but I don't think it's too bad as it is. Let's go from like here to here. Ever so slightly lowers it. But I think that's alright, isn't it? Right. The only thing I'm very conscious about of this diagonal high-speed access one is that all the junctions end up looking the same, which I really don't want. So I'm happy to kind of work with designs like this. You could even do something similar on the opposite side and then bring it down into this junction over here and make this a 6-way if you wanted. Okay, but interestingly enough, no one wants to pick it up at this end, which is fine. It's not like it goes anywhere at the minute anyway. But that's great. Got to head to work, being a great stream. Look forward to catching what I missed with the VOD. Catch you later next week. No worries, Sean. You have a good day at work, mate. Thank you for stopping by. Let's bring in some more brown weed again. Who isn't a fan of the brown weeds for this sort of generic area detailing? Lots around here too. You know, no one would walk here anymore. This is all overgrown. It's not particularly landscaped. Hey Joy, welcome to the city. Potholes bring a different kind of realism. I wonder if that's like a mechanic they would implement in cities too. You know, where like the roads actually break and become damaged and you have to have like... That would give the road maintenance depot buildings a lot more purpose, I think, wouldn't it? If you actually did get potholes, then maybe it would reduce citizen happiness or something. Or some other sort of gameplay mechanic. Whatever you're feeling. I'm going to leave the pothole there, that's fine. I definitely want some repeated action against the highway though. It's mainly just palms and wild. Oh, we'll do some more highway art as well. We will do some more highway art. Okay. How would junipers look? I do like a repeated juniper pattern, but I think it's not going to work here. We'll try it anyway. We can try and at least match them up. Can't wait for some Yumble style traffic solutions for busy four-way intersections. Yeah, well, I was actually looking at Yumble's continuous flow for one of these main straight arterials. It would fit here. Could do Yumble's continuous flow design there. But yeah, some of Yumble's stuff will absolutely be used in Ilos. It'll be needed eventually. It will be. I don't mind the juniper pattern, to be honest. I really don't mind it. I actually want to upgrade this back to land earlier, though. That shouldn't be that high all the way along. That's slightly better, I guess. It is absolutely lashing down outside as well, guys, so apologies if you can hear the rain. I think it probably wants to bring it in both sides as to whether or not we'll decide whether we hate it or not. God damn, that rain is loud. Apologies if that's going through the microphone. Got 209 people here. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome all. Do you know what I think is missing is just some sort of like gas station assets knocking around these junctions, I think. Oh, do you know what I have downloaded too? Where is it? Yes. A Winnebago. So we can go and drop a little Breaking Bad reference in somewhere today too. Got a little RV. And we'll also make Shaker's RV storage too. If you remember. Okay, I'm definitely happier with this side. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, now there's some people taking it. This one doesn't matter though. It's not set up at the minute yet. It won't be final, so I won't bother wasting my time with that one. I definitely want to try and sort of do this with this junction here if we can. Just a little bit something like that. Okay. Guess the rain clouds moved over from me to you, probably. Yeah, we've got a big torrential storm at the minute. Always good to see you live, Egg, even though I missed quite a few episodes of Ilos. No worries, Sebastian. Glad to have you in here anyway, mate. So there is a couple of gas station assets. I just want like a little something to sit near the bridge. Let's see what we can do. I don't think I mind it on the main road actually. I don't think it wants a supporting road. These are the ones that are designed to sit with the big box retail things, aren't they? Let's bring this one across as well. Is that not the power line? Why is that so... Oh, because it's elevated by 10 meters. Why is that so tall? There we go. That's what we want. That's what we want. Okay, so let's bring that in. That will give it power. I'm happy to... ideally I'd like it closer. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just being pedantic now. Let's also get a pathway. Oh, there is another design I want to talk to you guys about today as well. About the cycling infrastructure, which we'll have a little look at. Go off the road guideline too. And I think perhaps Just a little splash of that natural Ilos green belt that sits around this main road now to come back in. Again, it'd be good if we could design some little sort of service area using service painter behind the gas station, ideally. Which I don't think is going to be too much of a problem. Okay, and then maybe like a little dirt road out the back here too that hooks into somewhere. A road guideline snap line would probably be helpful here, actually. Yeah, there we go. Ross Hicks with a £2 super chat. But you aren't too tired after yesterday. Yeah, hilarious, Ross. Hilarious, mate. I'm not too bad, mate. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not too bad. Okay, so another junction on there. Another traffic light, at least, anyway. And this would actually be a decent opportunity now to start running with industrial road in certain spaces and start bringing in some of those Rico warehouses again, because the diagonal road through Phoenix has a ton of warehouse looking assets around it, even fields as well. Like there's fields right next to these things too, so we could even possibly have a look at bringing one of those in. It does want a farm area though. I'll probably just want a prop one here. Cycling infrastructure in the US Southwest, kind of stretching the realism there. Well, we've got trams and metro everywhere. That's not realistic to the Southwest either, so... You know, we're not going for a realistic build, it's more of an inspired build, isn't it? It's not an exact recreation of Phoenix. And cycling's going to help the traffic as well, so every little helps. Okay. About some of these old concrete factory vibes. Is this too much for this area? A bit of a scrapyard behind it. Yeah, again, I need more scrapyard assets. I haven't downloaded any yet. I don't hate the factory. It's not like totally turning me off. Just want to stop and say hi. Catch the stream later. No worries, Ross or Dingoes. Thank you for stopping by and super chatting, buddy. Enjoy the stream back later with your wife, mate. Definitely car parks in here as well. Yeah, perhaps in this space. Let's go for some parking lot roads. I think I want quite a wide boy. That should be okay. I think one of the most difficult things when you look at kind of like real world designs like this is deciding on a scale that fits city skylines. Can be quite difficult when it wants to be. Yeah, okay, I'm happier with that. Let's make sure this area is walkable too. Let's shatter the fence to come through this side. Definitely love the nature reserve fence sort of themes and designs in the US Southwest. Always appreciated, isn't it? Okay, factory looks good. A few candies a fan. Good morning, Malik. Welcome to the stream. And feed that exit into it. Yes, the exit would be nicely fed into this area, actually. At least for one little slip lane. Let's go for that. Let's go for a road length curve. Go out by 4. And then we'll come back in. Let's move that down a little bit too. There we go. It would actually be helpful to probably have this as a two-way road. No, it wouldn't actually. No, it wouldn't. You always forget accessible parking. I haven't downloaded them. I don't have the accessible parking, big parking lot roads. I have them for the other one. These ones here. For big parking lot roads, but parking lot roads, I don't have them. I need to download them. Okay, I don't think I'm hating the introduction of some smaller industrial space into this area. I think we definitely want to jump into Google Earth though, to have a look at how things sit around this big boy road. So that's what we'll do. Let's dive into Google Earth. We will come across. It should be capturing this time, right? Yep, there we go. Okay, so where are we? Let me get my bearings. We are in Glendale. Downtown Phoenix is here. Cool. So let's just follow the main road. Some significant rail yards here as well, actually. These look like heavy goods vehicles containers. Yeah, definitely some sort of freight train stuff happening alongside it here as well. Okay, and then immediately across the other side is suburb again. So we're playing with blending industry and suburban ideas together. Okay, let's move a little further out of Glendale where we come into... See how the farms just appear? Like randomly. And we'll definitely do a design like this as well. We looked at this during the road network episode too. Okay, so looks like you got some big... would you count this as big box retail? What is this? I can't really read it. Slate trailer, outdoor supplies. Yeah, so just some... Oh, I like that with the clock tower. That's really nice in the car park design. That's really cute. Okay, yeah, so there's big box retail around it. Then it sort of veers off here, doesn't it, and crosses the highway. Yeah, let's head a little bit further in, actually. One of these junctions here. So it's really interesting how it kind of shatters the mile grid frames. Like, see how it comes over and bends off here in a bridge to cross over the diagonal. So we can do that at some points as well and let the diagonal sit on the floor. Oh, look at this park as well. Getting distracted now. Is this a cemetery, actually? Yeah, that's definitely a cemetery, right? It looks like it. Can we get a street view? That custom rail yard would be sweet. We can certainly do stuff with rail. I don't have too many props yet. This is a graveyard, though. I'm very happy to do some graveyard detailing. Little hedges and trees. We can definitely replicate this one. These kind of look like the live oak content creator trees, too. Some hedges, some rural power lines. On both sides of the road. Yes, please. Okay, yeah, let's do that then. Let's bring in a graveyard and some rail vibes, even though we don't have any rail props, but we can pretend until we get them. Cool. That's enough. That's enough for us to go off. That's, oh, the university is burning down. Fantastic. What's up? Are you just not going to have a nice time? Oh, and I think my game is frozen. Have we froze? I can't play the game. That's never a good sign, is it? When was our last autosave? 2:32. Oh, that was a long time ago. Oh, let me try and save this. I think we have just had a crash though, guys, because I can't play the game now. Let's try for that one. Oh yeah, it's crashed the save us all. Oh, for God's sake, man. Why has it crashed? Yes, we have had a crash, guys. I'm gonna have to quit. I'll have to reload. Give us a second here. My apologies. I hope we haven't lost too much work there. It's really irritating if we have. Oh, yes, the autosave was like 18 minutes ago. Oh, no. Okay, hopefully we've not lost the bulk of it. Keith Rowley. Hello, Keith. How are you, mate? Have you just got out of the bath? Oh, no. Everyone's gutted. Oops, I get my coat. Yes. Yes. Oh dear, so sorry. It's okay, it wasn't anything massive, it was only that bridge, wasn't it? Oh, and the Green Cities thing in the View Candy Lake suburb, I hope that saved. It should have done. Fucking modded city skylines. Vanilla never crashes. Okay, yeah. I think we're still alright here. We're still alright. Got 205 people. Do appreciate you all hanging around watching my loading screen mod while we get back into the game. But yeah, let's have a little chat while we're doing why is pedantic so sexy. I can't really relate, Renee, I'm sorry. Sorry, 08, it's alright, Joy. I don't think it was your fault anyway. Quick sip of tea. Oh wait, one guy. Sorry, it's alright. That happened to me last night. We did spend a lot of time in Google Earth. Did we? Was it that long? I didn't feel like it was too bad. That's probably when you're busy doing the curved exit lane. Probably. I think I saw it in the preview thumbnail. So we'll find out. We'll find out what happens with it. But no one ever crashes? It never crashed for me, EMB. Never. In 6 years. No one ever crashed. No, it did. Palavan crashed loads towards the end. Palavan was a pain in the ass. Yes, Network Extensions 2 isn't even active. Stop telling me. Move It has been making you crash? Really? That is unusual. Okay, well, we only lost the industrial area. And... oh, okay, yeah. We've not lost that much. That's alright. We're okay. Okay, then, well, how about we do the graveyard here instead? Because this is kind of a nice little space for it. Right on this corner, make this a graveyard. Because the only current death care facility in the entire city is here. These ones. So, I think we'll do that instead. Okay. So, definitely want this to be grass. Let's turn off lock forestry. Do we have any forestry here? Tiny, tiny bit, but it will fade eventually. Now we've turned it off. Let's turn night cycle off as well. We lost the junipers. Yes, we did. Good shout, Will. Will is keen eye for what we've lost. Yes, the junipers have gone. We'll bring them back in. Okay, so how long is that taking to fade? Yeah, I actually think I want the artificial grass here. Let's hopefully come off the info view. And then we'll make kind of a larger cemetery down this side. Okay. Wonderful. Let me not forget Will's fantastic eye for detailing. By the way, Will CS is another wonderful content creator. If you guys haven't checked him out. It's more heavily modded than most, but if it's up your street and you like a soft Dutch voice, then Will is for you. Are you not letting me delete that? That's the wrong one, that's why. There we go. Okay, let's go for junipers again. It was at a 20-meter interval, I think, wasn't it, if I remember rightly? I think they were. Gotta pop out. Got this playing though through the car. No worries, Valley lad. That is dedication, mate, blasting a live stream through the speakers. There we go. Seems to be slightly more what I'm after. Oh no. My bushes are spilling out. Oh, I redid this with Move It as well, didn't I? Yeah, just redrag this one up and shift that one over. Did it save our sloping with the network multi-tool as well? Let's find out. No, it didn't. Very good. Probably just want to slope this one again as well, to be honest. There we go. Very nice. Okay, let's do a graveyard. So, just very briefly glancing at this second one as well. So there is some kind of car parking with a main building. Imagine some sort of reception for the graveyard, whatever you want to call it, alright? So we'll work on that as well. but the entire thing is bordered off with hedges. So why don't we go for a couple of these? Let's bring down our distances now to like 5 meters for these ones. I think there is a way, actually, isn't there? With prop line tool, isn't there a way to like space it perfectly? I think there is. I'm sure I've had a comment telling me. Okay, but a little hedge action against the road is not going to hurt anyone. Thanks for the shout, Egg. No worries, Will. My bushes are spilling out. I mean, there was that product that you advertised. Yes, yes, there was. The stream is not sponsored by Manscaped today. Maybe one day, and then we can actually say that, and it would make sense. My bushes, what? It was spilling out on the road. On the road, guys, not actual bush. You know what I'm talking about. Don't pretend like you don't. Okay, why don't we carry on using these cute little palm line collectors that we have near the few candy lakes? Let's come off the road guideline snap because that's going to mess with us. Wonderbar. Let's then come in with, I think, a big parking lot road. Let's go for black asphalt. Bring this one down by 3. I don't want to do the one with grass border. No, that looks horrific against actual grass. So does that one. Is that okay? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so no grid, just road length. Is that going to destroy my hedges? No, we're okay there. Just about, anyway. Go for 12. 6 and then back. Definitely getting some disabled spaces this time. It's quite a lot, I'm aware, but just bear with it. Actually, how deep is this? Let me grab the filler. 12 units. Okay. So yeah, I want to draw through here as well. Take those ones off. Yeah, that's what I want. And then we'll go for those parking spaces with the curbs. Or the space with the curbs in the middle. Yes, please. That's going to be fine. I also deleted a juniper, did I? I did. Excellent eye for detail today, guys. everyone's spotting where we're falling down. There you go. So probably some sort of medical building will work nicely as the front of this. Again, it's just some sort of main office or administration building. Child healthcare center might work quite nicely for it. It's got that vibe. What are we thinking? I realise it's kind of a little bit morbid to include a child healthcare centre in a graveyard, but we're pretending here. There's also the emergency room that we've got downloaded too. And content creator assets can work here. Medical laboratory might be a little big for this part of the city. By the way, I guess a small trick with the Fine Road Tour, there was an option called Road Collision that you can turn off so it won't destroy things that you put a road through like hedges. Thank you, Will. That's very helpful. Crash seems to work out for the better. Absolutely has. Absolutely has. I'm going to have to dip out and enjoy the rest of the stream. No worries, DM. Thank you for stopping by, mate. Okay. I'm just going to leave the medical lab. Oh, it's a bit big, isn't it? It's a bit big. It's just, I like it, and you know what, it would work so nice, like sat on a frontage road on this orientation. To like sit here, right on the corner. Like it's such a great corner asset, especially for the Mar grid, but yeah, it's too big, I don't know. It's like huge, is it? I'm really trying to find a way to justify including it. We'll leave it there for the time being, alright? Let's bear with it. I think I just want to move all of this road over as well. Just so I'm sat like here. Let me hold Alt so we're not breaking the straight line. There we go. That's what I want. Looks fine to me. Emily is more than happy with it. That's all the justification I needed. Thank you so much, Emily. Let's come off road length as well. Actually, no, let's keep road length on. Cool. Bring this down. Yeah, happy with the palms that are sitting here. It's just big boned. Here it is. It's a big boned asset, isn't it? How about the general hospital? Oh no, I don't want a hospital here. Could go for a couple of cryopreservatories, I suppose. They will function as death care as well. And they're a little more understated, aren't they? Yeah, I think we've got to go for that. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for that. Let's take this road off as well now. Okay, so let's just glance back. So we've got kind of a main building, some parking, and it looks like there's a little bit of a gazebo fountain area before it actually spans off into the cemetery. Okay. We can do that. No problem. Hey David, welcome to the stream, mate. Gratles as well. Where I live, they put an elder care across the cemetery. I will always joke of that. Yeah, I did that in the noobs guide and everyone commented on it. Like, you can't put an elder care thing in a graveyard, but we'll see. We will see. Okay, so I think I'm going to move this over here. I have just seen someone shout out a chapel. Shane Karubi, great idea on the chapel, mate. Yeah, we certainly have the space for a little church here, don't we? I think I want it central within the graves, though, rather than on the road near the cryopreservatories. Let's go for some pedestrian roads. We will use two-way zoo path, which shouldn't be horrendous. Yep, that's fine. Let's bring this down. So there for right now. Let's go ahead and grab the church again. So we do have a couple of churches. There's a county church, which is maybe a little more European looking. The village church is extremely European looking. And then the old country church is probably more of the Phoenix, Arizona vibe, I think. I do like this one, though. I think we might go with this one, actually. Yeah, I think we will. Choose this one instead. Oh, no, don't delete. Move. There we go. Got 209 people here. Welcome to the stream, guys. Do appreciate all support. Hope you're enjoying it as always. Okay, yeah, let me bring my junipers along the highway here as well. Be really good if you could just, I mean, I guess you can just type it in, right? I was just going to say, like, if you had preset distances you could just choose from, but you can literally just type it in, so it makes no difference. Cool. Yeah, so let's get some. Do we want another car parking, maybe? I know I'm taking the piss with it, but there is a lot of car parks in Phoenix. And in America in general. bring this down, and then let's go into our Deathcare stuff now and grab those realistic working cemeteries. I love these assets. They are incredibly nice. So we probably won't need the full area filling, but you know, this is now just an area that can be expanded at will as and when we need it, really, when those Deathcare requirements come in. So we're up by 5 units. Let's do another 10 then, and we'll come down this side and connect in again. And then hopefully now it's just a case of repeating. Oh, there we go. The old fly up in the air trick. These kind of back-to-back spaces here. I'm definitely not happy with the position of the church. I think I want to bring it closer to the road here. Okay. So far, the only entry to the cemetery is off the one-way exit. Yeah, that's true. They would have to get on the highway to get over here. Let's make this a two-way road then. Let me grab this one here. At least up until where the junction comes down anyway. There we go. They can access it from this side now. Drop a light in that. Let me grab my little curb prop pieces, things, whatever you want to call them. These ones, there we go. Just come off of road length too. Actually, you know what? When someone asked me earlier what's my favourite mod, it might be big parking lot roads. I just love crafting these little lighting and car park designs. They're really nice. So maybe just like parking lots in general might be my fave. We'll see. Footpath through the middle. Yeah, we'll come through with pathways as well and make everything walkable. 100%. And again, I think we're very much in the mood for junipers on this Sunday afternoon. So we're going to come in with a little bit of tree anarchy. You okay? You're not letting me place you here? You should be. Popping tree anarchy on. Yes, there you go. Just use prop line 2 for it actually. Let's come down to like 10 meters. Yeah, that's fine. Just move that one over. And then we will grab a light of some sort. Always a fan of the parking lot lights here. Although they will need bringing down just a touch to move it as well. Cool. Let's make sure we do that before we copy and paste the design. I don't know why they do this with the curbs, but it's not the worst issue in the world, I suppose. So we go for props, trees, and nodes, and then grab the design. Actually, no, we don't need nodes, do we? Just the props and the trees. There we go. And then carry it over to that one. And then we'll need a new palette, but we'll probably just stick with the same ones because why not? I think maybe another building here. Okay. How about one of these? Maybe we can go for a different design on these smaller ones, perhaps. We'll see. Cemetery is so good, people will be dying to get there. Do you need to go to sleep, Brad? Isn't it about that time? It's about that time, isn't it? Again, just use move it to bring them down a little bit. I just might bring these ones down a little further. Yeah, just so its little base thing is just exposed. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Let's copy and paste that one in. And then go over here. Actually, no, I just want my lights now, don't I? Let's try that again. Let's go for just props this time. There we go. And then copy these boys over. Man, amazing. Boom. I think I'm relatively happy with that design, right? I think that's quite nice. All right. Cool. Cool. JJR with a £5 super chat. In the mood for Junipers. Got my initial teacher training observation tomorrow, so super nervous. Your stream is immensely calming. Thank you so much for the super chat, JJ. Really appreciate it, mate. And good luck with your exam. I'm sure we can get some good luck in the live chat, which is already happening because the community is the best. But if the members can throw in a little bit of yes please emojis for JJ and his exams tomorrow, best of luck with it, mate. And thank you so much for the support. Hopefully once you come out, we can have some new content up for you, so you can come home and chill. Let me throw in some of these live oaks now. Start bringing in some of these trees that aren't palms, basically. Because we are seeing a couple of different species, if you will, around the cemetery. It's not all palms. We'll bring some colour in as well, I imagine. And maybe we can talk about making that gazebo garden here. Let me grab my hedges again. I definitely want the hedges to kind of sit all the way around. I think it was about a 6 meter distance, wasn't it, if I can remember correctly? There we go. There's a yes please for you, Brad. Sarah's pulled me out of the shit. Yeah, but good luck with your observation training tomorrow, mate. I'm sure you'll be fine. Just definitely grab a little gazebo. A little brown one's going to be acceptable, right? Maybe one over here as well. Let's get some pathways linking everyone through. Create something of a garden. A memorial garden, you know, where the bereaved can go and walk around and cherish the perished and whatnot. That is not at all what I want to happen. Let's try that again. Kind of better. I'm not sure. I actually quite like that name for the name of the cemetery. If we went for Cherish the Perished, I might go for that one. Get a little fountain in too. Always a firm favourite. Alongside park life benches. Let's go for a couple of these to line the pathway. Alright. For those patrons as well, I'm recording the interview with City Planner tonight, so you guys will have that tonight. I will get it out tonight, if not first thing tomorrow morning. So for patrons, you will have the City Planner podcast coming soon as well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Start bringing in some happier, more colourful numbers now. Definitely some of these content creator pink digits. Is there anything I like? Maybe a couple of junipers in here as well. Why not? Want it to be quite wild. Quite freeing almost in its design. Yeah, there's even people using them now as well. That's what I like. Where are you going? You really walking all the way around? Just go that way. Well, I guess it's technically faster. They go into the to the church, I suppose. Ready to die? We could do prepare to die as well. That would work. Because that joke never gets old. Like, that's all, does it? Never. Yeah, let's get some leafy trees and a couple of split trunks in here too. I think I'm definitely enjoying this though. Alright. I love the idea of hedges as fences. Definitely need to use more hedges in the game. Okay, I guess this will be the spawning point for the zombie coven. Probably will be. I'll tell you what we will do before I forget actually, is let's go and make a little where's like out in the sticks? It's more over here, isn't it? This is like the more rural countryside area of Ilos. I guess we can place it here, right? Right over here. Industrial props will probably work best for it, I think. Like those really, yes, this stuff here with the, what's it called? I can't remember the name of it. Is it methylamine? The stuff that they use to cut the meth with in Breaking Bad? I think it is, isn't it? And they have it comes in the barrels. So we'll maybe have a couple of these out here. Definitely doesn't waltz it out on a chair as well. I'm sure he does. Yeah, he sits out on one of these little like foldable little chairs, doesn't he? Yeah, let's go for one of them. And there's a fire extinguisher in one of the episodes as well, isn't there? We don't have... No, we've got a fire hydrant. Can't really have that here. Firework launcher. No, okay. A car. Like a broken down one. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to think back to scenes of Breaking Bad where they're sat in the RV and 8-Ball come up to them and try and rob them. It's been a while since I've seen it, to be fair. I think that's kind of it, isn't it? Just these little... And eventually they get like the big crates of like methylamine in here as well, don't they? Okay. So we'll definitely remember to come back and find Walt and Jesse's RV during the last episode of Ilos when we say goodbye with the cinematics. No one forget where that is, because I absolutely will. I'm not going to remember where I put that. But we've got the little Breaking Bad reference in now, okay? We'll do some more around the map as well. Okay, let's continue to have a look. It's kind of pretty much the same live oak looking tree, to be fair. Although we do have some more interesting road networks in this cemetery in Phoenix. But I think for what we need for right now, this should be okay. I think it's settling into the new highway system quite nicely as well. Do all enjoy these kind of road network and suburban expansion stuff, because we can always hang out and come up with ideas together that didn't pop into my head during the episode, and Google Earth sessions are always massively helpful. Please don't add Gus Fring. We can definitely do like a Los Pollos Hermanos. Maybe we want 100% down for that. Yeah. Rename like a Popeyes into a Los Pollos. To be fair, there's probably a Los Pollos asset on the workshop. I'd be very surprised if there isn't. Let's go and bring my hedges through to it. Okay, and we'll cut it where the grass ends. And then have it just sit against the highway. And then over here as well, we've got opportunities for some corner detailing, I can see. Probably a good spot for a little rock here as well. And again, I need to make a new forest brush for Ilos' kind of dead belt, if you want. Let's get a couple of those in. Definitely the occasional palm as well. And yeah, I'll have a couple of palms in the graveyard. Why not? Okay. Egg, don't forget to save. That's a good shout, Ben. That is an excellent shout. Let's not forget to save. Let's go for Ilos 9.5. Hey Jordan, welcome to the stream, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hey Egg, how's your day been going so far? Not too bad, August. Super rainy, wet one. I've done some cleaning this morning. Currently putting together a graveyard in Ilos, which is slowly coming together in and around the new road network. Okay, we cannot forget highway art. We need highway art in here. If anyone has suggestions of shapes or animals that they would like to be depicted in highway art, now is your opportunity. You cannot pick highway turtle, highway stick person, or highway sun. And you also can't pick highway heatwave either. All those designs have been used. So anything else, you're fine. Alright. Something to sit up against the rail. You can choose it if you guys want. Let's make a little bit of an embanking for it. Let's come out here as well. There we go. Soften it out too. A fox, lizard, a coyote, eggplant shape. Eggplant could be missing too, but it's a dong though. I don't want that. Giraffe. I'm feeling a coyote. I don't know how I would draw one, but or a fox, some sort of small wild dog. Is always what I'm after. A highway ocean wave. Yes, an ocean wave would be nice. I think we'll go with a coyote though. We'll definitely save an ocean wave for another design though. Want a row length and angle here as well. So we'll make the head first of all. Cool. So I think we can just grab it. Yep. So that'll be the head. And apologies if you can hear the forestry trucks moving outside my house. We do have a forestry commission like right next or just up the road. So we do get quite a bit of industrial traffic going down this area actually. Okay, chemistry beaker shape for Breaking Bad. Yes, I like that one. I like that one as well if you see. That's a good idea. Let me turn off road bending as well. And anarchy. So we'll do a couple of point years. Grab these as well. Hopefully these will be somewhat in scale. Doesn't look like it's going to be, but it's fine. Coyotes have point years, right? We don't really have coyotes in England, so I'm trying to remember my Lion King days and hoping this works because it doesn't look like it at the minute. But it's fine, it's fine. Alright, let's go for a little sausage body. It does look more like a Dachshund, to be fair, than a coyote. Okay, there's the bod. Okay, it's getting there. It looks more like a cat, but that's fine. Okay, and then we'll go for some little short, dumpy 2x2 legs. Coyotes are pretty low to the ground, right? They're not like big. I think they are. Little scavenger dogs, aren't they? It's not looking too bad, actually. Not looking too bad. I think it's definitely looking more like a fox than anything. I'll try and do it like a fox tail as well. So like fox's tails get a little bit fatter at the end, don't they? So let me see if I can replicate this. Something like that, and then no snapping and no collision just as we come back down. Like that. Might be a little bit big, but it's fine. And then can I just have this like... here? Is that a fox? I'm not sure. Let me go for something white, like these white flowers. Just make the tip of the tail like some sort of white. Does that make it? Its tail's enormous. The proportions are not good, but it sort of works. And Janice C with a $4.99 US super sticker. It's the lemon with heart eyes. Thank you so much, Janice. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Really appreciate the support, lovely. Thank you for watching the live stream. Okay, I think I'm happy with Highway Fox, and it kind of sits up against the rail like it's walking along it, which I'm definitely not hating. Okay. I had 202 people just watch me do that. I don't know if it was worth it. Oh dear. Oh well, we have Highway Fox in now. I think it was Emily that chose Highway Fox, right? Bring some flowers around it. Not on its ears though. It has little white... Don't foxes have little white spots on their ears as well? Little white tips? I think they do. Maybe something in there, maybe. Okay. So now we have Highway Fox. That's good news. The body could be a bit slenderer. But you think the body needs to be thinner? I think it needs to be fatter. We can bring the nodes down if you want. Guess it would just be these ones, wouldn't it? Yeah, I guess that does kind of work. We can make it like a chunk, like fat Highway Fox or like regular Highway Fox. I think it's funnier when he's chunk, isn't it? If we do it like that one, then we can have chunk Highway Fox instead. Should we make a district for it too? I think we probably should. Whilst it says subscriber created highway art. Simon Hookman. And we go for... There you go. Cool. Bike infrastructure. Yes, Joy, thank you for reminding me. So let's have a little chat about what I'm thinking with the bike infrastructure. So with certain roads, like these ones here that have the median in the middle, I'm now thinking that we're going to come 6 meters above ground and then have the highway infrastructure follow the brick median of the arterial roads. So we can factor in elevated cycleways to run alongside the mile grid, and as we come into different suburbs we can then peel off entry and exit points into said suburbs. So that's it. That's kind of my thoughts and feelings on how we're going to implement cycling at least into the mile grid. I think it's going to be okay, right? I think it's quite a nice aesthetic, something everyone can get on board with. He's been getting into the trash cans. Yes, he has, hasn't he? Yeah, he has. Maybe we'll do a raccoon as well. Or do you get raccoons in Phoenix? Are they like more in the north? I'm not entirely sure. No, I'm not sure the origin of the foxes, but... Or raccoons even. Okay, let's carry on getting these cemetery patterns in. Yes, that's awesome. Joy is very much a fan. Looks like we can hopefully get on board with some of that cycling then. We'll have a look at that in a minute. And we'll see how many people actually use it. That's a great idea. Thank you so much, Claire and JJ. Glad you're all enjoying it. We've got 210 people here as well. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Right, definitely some more content creator action happening around here too. It's just kind of lots of leafy green action in the cemetery I'm looking at in Phoenix. There's no, I guess, kind of rhyme or reason as to what trees sit where. They're just sort of there. Although I feel like I'm using a lot of live oak. Maybe want to drop down to something else. Maybe some more of these, and then again we'll save this room behind for cemetery expansion as and when the death care facility needs it in the city. Okay. Otherwise, I think this is alright. Okay. Chunk raccoon. Yeah, we can do more chunk art when... I mean, I guess we could use this space for chunk art if we want. Oh, highway art even, not chunk, not chunk art. Yeah, highway art. We could do it here, and say knock out a bit of the graveyard because this is a ton of death care. Bearing in mind there's cryopreservatories here as well. We could do some chunk raccoon action here if we want behind the church. Okay, I did lose my tree detailing from around the little highway. I don't even know. It's like a kind of a trumpet curve. Don't know. It's just totally made up as it goes, like most of the city. Okay. Let's bring these back in as well. Also, don't forget cactus. Otherwise, the Arizona locals will be in the comments sections telling me to use more cactus. And then brown weed as well. Yes, please. That looks really good. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're all enjoying the cemetery build, guys. Of course, that cemetery builds are possible now with modders because they don't really exist in the base game. Alright, that should be enough. Cemetery spice, yes. Cemetery spice indeed, Joy. My grandmother is buried with a view of her willow tree, and that was her favourite, like as if she knew. That's very sweet. I know there's a company that can like infuse your ashes into like an oak seed, and then you plant this like biodegradable cup with your ashes in it, and then like you grow into an oak tree. I think that's what I'd like to have done. I don't think I just want to be buried. I want to go out and like just annoy someone one last time by blocking the view from their window or something. Like, oh, there's that bloody oak tree again. Like, yep, that's egg. Buried in the earth. And has now become a tree. And that way you guys will be able to come and visit me as well. Right. Cool. Let's play some Cities Skylines, shall we? Not just talk bollocks for the whole stream. So, happy with this to come down. Let's see what happens when we start to link junctions on and off of this thing. So, where do we want to maybe try and come down? It will only kind of run up to here, I guess, right? And then we'll probably have to switch off the road here because the median breaks off into asymmetrical, which is fine. That's going to be okay. Right, let's have a connection here. Let's start coming down with... Hold on, just let me see if I can use the network multi-tool for this one. Because I know there is a way to do it. I guess that's it in create connection mode, it should just work, right? Yeah, it would. Yeah, that would just work. Okay, there's one. Then... Oh wow, that's really cool. Are you talking about the oak tree, Shane, or the bicycle path? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure which one you're on about. My ash tree will grow into a debilitated weird tree, yeah. Overgrown egg, yes. Yes, it will become a little bit of overgrowth spice after a few months, won't it? That's funny. Okay, right, let's come down to earth, snap into the grid as well, and then we'll create another connection for the cycle network here. Let's come out by 3. Network multi-tool. Want to create the connection, select the nodes, and no. That's not what you are supposed to do. That really thin cycleway. Okay, let's just do it ourselves. Sometimes network multi-tool is our friend. Other times it isn't. Okay, there's a touch of path against cactus action there. Karina won't be happy about that. Make sure we clear it up. Okay, so I'm just quite keen to carry on bringing this parallel with the tram network and just give a few connections at various places just to see how the AI will pick up Ilos's bike network. I love the idea that we'll definitely do some of this stuff in the downtown. Having pedestrian pathways elevated above road networks on medians like that. And we're starting to see public transport convergence happen now. Entry onto bike networks, metro and trams meeting. It's becoming an egg city slowly, isn't it? slowly it is. Yeah, it's a shame there aren't any colour options for the bike path. You can download some coloured ones. I've seen someone use green kind of bike paths for them, which look really nice. We'll just get this in and then we'll slope it with multi-tool and set some height controls and whatnot. So let's have this node and this node the same height as the tram bridge. I also want to drag, oh no, undo that. Just this node, you want to come back that way. That's grand, and then we can just network multi-tool slope from A to B. No, that's curve mode. Slope tool. Down to like here. And then we can hit enter, and that'll slope it out for us. Wonderful. We had 80 millimeters of rain yesterday. That is a lot, isn't it? I think 80 mil sounds like a lot of rain. Those bike paths are cute. I just want to jump on a bike. Absolutely can, Marcus. Come and visit Ilos anytime you like. There we go. Let's bring a connection down there, and it can now join the original American Eclectic suburb. How is that traffic doing over at the junction now? Is it still backing up, or is the new slip system alleviating the pressure? So this idea, or this philosophy, I guess you can call it, of having a high-speed diagonal road support a very heavily rigid grid format, which is prone to traffic, does seem to be helping at the minute. So we were definitely getting backups here at the start of the stream, but we're okay. That could be an issue. We're very close to the rail junction there. That isn't ideal, but it's fine for right now. Might have to just sink the rail under the road at some point. I think it's okay, isn't it? Okay, I think it's alright. Definitely not hating it. I did just see someone say maybe bring off a bike path by the metro. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that as well. Let's come for the ground here. Very much like in the noob's guide, I'm going to just bring in a real small elevation. Not like that. There we go. That's what I want. And then we can hopefully just curve by 2 and then up by 2, up to 6 meters. And again, I'm probably going to do some sort of slope tool here again with network multi-tool. Let's come back onto that slope function. Let's grab that one. That should just even things out for us, right? Yeah, I'm there. Don't confuse this with... Wait, what was that? I just read 2 comments. Don't confuse real audience with millimeters. You might want to look at the direction of some of the ramps. They should be okay. Right? Yeah, the ramps are all fine. This configuration right here isn't final. It's only there so we can hook it in. Eventually, whatever build occupies this space, the diagonal highway road will amend around it. If that makes sense. Okay, let's give a connection over this side as well, just so the bike path actually ends this side. We'll just go out for like here and then down there, for example. Of course, as all these suburbs in this area begin to grow, more people will use this bike path, but for right now, we'll see if anyone wants to pick it up. Yes, there we go. There's people heading from the American Eclectic suburb down here now. And then she's taking the second elevated path over to the IKEA. Very nice. Looks good, very much like something you would see in California also. That is what I like to hear. I always get a little warm, fuzzy feeling when someone from the American Southwest is like, this looks like the American Southwest. I'm like, yes, good. It's coming off, it's coming off. Okay. Very nice. So I want to refine what's happening here as well. Start bringing in some sports and park assets for people in a few Candy Lakes. So let's see what's going on. Let's give it a little forest brush. And of course, now this new high-speed access junction is here. It'll have to be an asset that's going to complement these as well. Okay, possibly something from Rico. Let's see. So we could go more big box vibes. We've not done a big box build for a while. I'll tell you what. Let's go and find some big box vibes off of the diagonal and see what we're thinking. This is all industrial space here, isn't it? Here it is. Okay. There's many more towards this area. There's another cemetery inspiration here as well. More cemetery ideas if you want. There was a little street of kind of larger big box. Well, here you go. Here's an example, right? This is a perfect example. So where the bridge comes over the main half-mile grid frame, we have that kind of looks like a Popeyes. Can't quite read what it is on the 3D view. But then there's a Home Depot. So we kind of got two big box retailers here. So it's the Home Depot and what's this? Is this just a warehouse? Yeah, it is a warehouse, isn't it? It's not an actual shop. And then we just have dead space. It's just open Arizona desert between. Okay, so we can take inspiration from this one, right? Warehouse units, big box and a big car park to sit on the corner there. I'm happy with that. We can certainly get on board with those vibes. Actually depends whether or not we even have enough space. So the police precinct is going to come over here. The market will get temporarily deleted. Okay. Do you have prepared cycling policy on? No, I don't. That is a good shout, mate. Let's do that. Let's go for city planning and encourage biking. Yeah, that is a good idea. Excellent idea indeed. Okay, and then all these can just get ripped out now. They were only here for last episode. Okay, so let's have a look at some of our big box options. I know we've got a Costco and a Walmart. We have a Walmart with a McDonald's in it, which is the one we've already used. But again, I think having the McDonald's icon here actually might be quite a good thing. So I could squeeze it up to the back in this space and have a car park out the front. That might work quite nicely. But I think I want this entire district reconstructing actually. Yeah, I am going to. Break that. So I'm happy to have these roads in. We'll leave this one as a frontage for the time being. And then we're going to take this off. That's pretty much half, isn't it? What's the distance there? 30 units, so 15 is halfway. Right there. That's the middle waypoint between the arterial frame. So we'll measure that in. And then this can probably be used again for one of those parking lot road assets to now come in as well. This one here. So can we get the wide boys in? Yes. Distance there is 16 units. Let's do the same on the other side. Can trim off this little nub at the end as well. Okay, so generating the larger kind of asphalt car park vibes in the bridge is going to be helping us. Okay. It's a Carl's Jr. What is that? Is that like a takeaway shop, is it? It kind of looks like a drive-through shop. Need some more bail bond stores, some pawn shops. Yes, absolutely on board with some pawn shop vibes. Still not cannot believe CS comes out with this huge airport DLC, no parking lots. I know, it would make sense, wouldn't it, to have parking lots in the base game now. There's also the hypermarket from the base game. Yes, good shout, JJ. There is the unique building. I know which one you're talking about. Liquor stores and smoke shops. I find that biking policy shaves 2 to 5% off traffic if you've got a good bike network. Yeah, it's really powerful, isn't it? Super good. Super busy one. Palavan's bike network was ridiculously busy. I've just broke the power connection though. So Rico wasn't it? Yep, let's go for this Walmart. Place it in there and then we can drag it into position. Hey Ruther, welcome to the stream, mate. How you doing? Please don't be... Oh no. It bleeds out. You can walk directly into the Walmart now with the pedestrian pathway. We'll relocate that. Let's go for there. Yes. That's fine. Let's not forget the power connection because we don't really want people leaving. It's actually making it more awkward to connect in now, this diagonal road. Just come across this way. Hook in there. That should keep everyone powered for right now. Yes, please. Oh my god, the power. It's the US Southwest. Do you guys get a lot of power outages out there? I don't think you did. Not that I had any evidence to kind of suggest that you would, but... Okay, so why don't we use Anarchy and Collision to come down above the metro station here? Is that going to be absolutely horrific, or is that okay? I think it's okay, isn't it? We can possibly repeat the pattern there as well. So from down there to there is 5 units down to 3 meters. Can we repeat that with road length on as well? Yes, we can. And that can come down and just be upgraded into vanilla pathway, where again we can now start to use surface painter to create little walkable alleyways and spaces within the corners, which will hopefully bring a little more life into the city as well. As these areas develop, can possibly save some detailing for a flower bed here as well. Let's definitely have a look at that to sit against the road. Let's go for a planter, definitely one of these large ones. Let's go for prop line tool as well. So it looks like we can probably squeeze 3 in here. We'll select these digits with move it and centralize within our spaces. You get brownouts when the heat is bad. Okay, yeah, I guess the heat would mess with the electricity infrastructure, right? With overheating problems and whatnot. So I want to do some kind of cut away different surface painters here. So we'll have this one as sand. That's really weird how it cuts in. Oh, it's because it's a different type of road, isn't it? Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. That makes sense. Okay, I'll leave it like that. And then this one to be concrete as it cuts across here. There we go. And I'm feeling again content. These little pink content creator trees are really growing on me. How about I've just had a little bed here and then maybe like up on the corner we can get involved in some sort of part life kiosk stand assets like these ones if I can find them. There's big stains here as well. We can scuff up the concrete a bit if we want. Where is the prop I'm looking for? Yeah, that one there, the little kiosk. Why does that get so big if it's... Oh, because it's... because it's on top of the power line. I was like, why is that scaling? Like, why is that happening? Because it's actually getting closer, that's why. Yeah, a couple of these in. A little stand like that, okay? Yeah, I think I'm alright with that. Mostly happy anyway. Let's continue with the walkability. Let's grab that vanilla pavement path through the middle. And then we'll bring this down. And again, continue to create these little walkable alleyways with surface painter. Actually, you know what? When someone said, what's my favourite mod earlier, this might be one of them as well. With surface painter and vanilla path alleyways to create actual walkable open concrete space. Which is something Arizona has a lot of, but Well, a lot of cities have a lot of, to be fair, but you can't replicate it in the vanilla game because you do need service painter. Okay, let's get some parking spaces down. Yes, I'm aware we have no disabled spots. I will eventually get them, I promise. But for right now, we can just go with some Big Daddy car parking over here. Let's get those 8x2s in again. Cool. Then that first one's going to leave us room for decoration and walkability yet again. Let's come off road length for these spaces. There we go. Yes, it's because everyone running into the AC. Yeah, that's a good point. I bet that's a massive power hog, isn't it? When you guys have the AC on out there. How much more cute is this corner looking now though, right? So much more active with the graveyard set up against it now. Some more interesting kind of slip and road network designs coming together. Very happy with it. Very happy indeed. Okay. I want some baseball parks because there is a lot of baseball fields in Phoenix especially. Is Phoenix home to some famous baseball team? Or does Phoenix have some sort of reputation for baseball players? Because there is like a ridiculous amount of baseball fields in Phoenix. Okay, so again with the sprites we can surface paint them away with the sand. Okay, but I want them to be configured next to each other ideally. So let's bring you right over here. Take that away too. You got 240 people here. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. Okay, so can I... Where's your road connection? It's there, isn't it? Can I change these with the building spawn points mod? Will this work? So if I say to you... Yeah, don't change the height, because that makes it hilarious, doesn't it? If I put you like over here... Yeah, it doesn't, does it? Okay. Okay. That's not going to work. I guess I can just alternate it and switch it around to the other side of the road. Like that. Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm going to go for 4 of them. Now, I'm going to justify this decision because people might think 4 right next to each other is a little bit insane. But, just give me a second, let me find it. So there is basically something called like Baseball City in Phoenix that is literally just a collection of baseball fields. It's pretty identifiable from the bird's eye view. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the American Family Fields of Phoenix. So there's 8 baseball fields there and a running track. So they're here, all right? They're here. Bye, Gratles. Thank you. I think I'm pronouncing your name right. I think, Anna, is it Gratles? Grattles? I don't know. But either way, thank you for stopping by on the stream. Thank you so much for watching. We have high and big power lines here. Electricity supply is crap. Okay, Zeph. What country am I from? I'm from England. Spring training site for multiple baseball franchises. Okay. Celebrating my daughter's birthday today, so a special dinner and cake. Sounds wonderful, Claire. Happy birthday, shout out to your daughter. I live in the southwest. Glad to hear, Crazy Fire. Your input will be greatly appreciated then. I think I'm actually hating this second car park on this angle now, so I'm going to rip it out and change how it sits. So let's come back into parking lot roads with road length on ideally. So, oh, I guess we could connect into the arterial here, actually. It's not, wouldn't be the end of the world. I just don't think I want it to, though, because of what I'm envisioning here. Okay, yeah, this is fine. So that's 2 tiles in between. That should be enough for what I'm thinking to do. Okay. What is the shortcut key for parking not snapping? Where's sunken ship when you need her? Can I see it here very briefly? Possibly somewhere. Parking not snapping, there we go. Unlock from current snapping is Control and X. Okay, that's what I need to do then. There we go. Control and X. And then some smaller ones. How shallow becomes the edge here? Did leave a little bit of breathing room, didn't we? Let's go for one more. And then again, we'll dive into the world of Rico and start playing with some fast food assets that sit in here too. Definitely some pawn shop vibes as well over here, perhaps. I'm a huge fan of these King Leno pawn shop assets. They are very, very American. Yep, happy with that. Let's go for Popeye's chicken here, right on the kind of join between the two parking lots. You can pretend it's got a drive-through if you want. Alright, I'm not going to stop you. Okay, you're in Nevada. We haven't really had a look at much Nevada stuff yet, but we certainly will eventually. Arizona Diamondbacks are in Arizona. Okay, I take it that's a baseball team, right? I moved to Missouri where we have weather, but it's also a pain in the butt sometimes. But I do love rain and miss living there. Okay. Mount to save. Morning 2C. Good morning 2C. My little California boy has woken up. Welcome to the stream, mate. And Gambit as well. Thank you for the reminder. Star stuff. Appreciate that, buddy. Okay, so... Office Depot. How about we do one of these? Because these all make part of the same set. Let's drop in a Dollar Tree and a PetSmart and an Office Depot. Because you can see how they're all like the same. Well, they'll be part of the same collection, won't they? Or asset list, whatever you want to call it, right? And then can we just spin these boys around? Looks like I might be a little tight for space, but I can live with that. Okay, it's a slight curve in there. Maybe just shift Office Depot over a little bit as well. Alright. Okay, so we definitely saw warehouses in Arizona as well. So let's include a few of those. It's probably going to be nice for these to just store regular zone commercial goods if these are functioning as commercial zones, which they are, which is great. So let's continue to do that then. Let's go ahead and grab this road. Again, it's a warehouse that sits right up against the road, so I'm happy to indulge that. Let's go for there. That's fine. We have murdered my power connection again, but I will actually have this running through this kind of little retail area because I do want the aesthetic of power lines, especially these cute little rural ones that we all love so fondly from 5B. Feels like ages ago since 5B now. Well, it is, to be fair. It was like 6 months. But yeah, I just feel like it's been a long time. So let's store up some commercial zone goods. Very nice indeed. And then we will paint out our surfaces. We also need to start doing some more high density residential condo complex builds too. Because we've only done one of them so far. So we need to. I'm just going to chisel some spaces off with Surface Painter. And try and bring in some more of these little kind of painted flower bed designs that we've got going on. Right, and then let's grab my little details here. We want trees as well. Cool. And then you will be here, but we don't want the kiosks either. I guess the Walmart won't be getting deliveries. Make a little delivery spot here for it. Or I guess maybe they have an underground delivery port. Maybe they take the deliveries by metro. Now we do have, speaking of kind of the... So we've got the auto care center, which again can be finagled to fit. I'm using that word all the time now. Bloody finagled. That's Biffa's fault. Watching. I just love the word finagled and just how it fits so nicely into messing about with ideas in cities. I do have a pathway through here though, so let's redraw that one in. Why doesn't my Surface Painter paint straight lines like that? It's because you're playing with it on a large brush size. So I'll give you a little brief view of a Surface Painter. So if you put your brush size down to single and you're facing a point on the compass that is north, south, east or west, Surface Painter can draw out in perfectly straight lines. And you can draw really nicely kind of cut and shaped boxes like this. It's when you start going off at angles like this diagonal one here that Surface Painter gets janky. So you can kind of see how you can just chisel out little pathways, and then, you know, using this technique you can kind of dig out specific flower beds and then give this a little border. Likewise with this one too, and then bring it down the side. So we're sticking with single brush sizes on Surface Painter can help. That's how I do it anyway. Hope you've been good, my man. Hey Omar, the awesome. Welcome to the stream, buddy. How are you? Not doing too bad, thank you for asking. Are you going to do another Vanilla City? There's a Vanilla City going on right now. The Noob's Guide is a Vanilla City. So, yes, is the answer to your question. So it's already started. Okay, let's bring that around the corner. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to paint all of this in with concrete. Actually, maybe let's save some space in the middle of some grass and we can do some sort of, you know, nice detailed painted area here with the grass. Or what even is this one? Gravel. Gravel is not actual grass. There we go. Cool. And I think again there's little spatterings of some of our smaller little trees and colourful bushes. You're very much in the way, but that's fine. Definitely palms as well. Lots of palms around these little retail parks. Okay. Repeated palm pattern with planters. I'm thinking it, JJ. The Noob's Guide is similar map to City Planners Tutorial. It's the same map as City Planners Tutorial. It's Diamond Coast from the base game. Let's come on for planter. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that. That JJ. Do we want to stick with the same intervals we've had here? I feel like that might be a little bit too many. Yeah, let's maybe go for 20 meter spacing. I guess that's sort of better, right? Kind of. We'll see. We'll see. Over. And yeah. Definitely dual palms in each of the planters. Should we get a little nighttime spice as well? We have a little drink and a refuel here as the new Walmart Supercenter sits in front of the Few Candy Lakes suburb now. Some capture woods look nice there. Look at them mountains in the background. I know it's nice, right? Similar map, but I think City Planner would do better planning. He probably does better planning than me because he's a city planner. Kind of his vibe. Okay. Fantastic. Cool. So again, I don't think I'm adverse to maybe more parking lot assets here. Not parking lot assets. Warehouses. Could possibly squeeze in 2 of these back to back maybe. That would be okay. Yeah. I love the mountain skylines of deserts. Yeah, that one that you've been working on 2C is like really nice. Oh, no. Don't do that. Oh, we just got an achievement for scaling up. What was that for? Build 10 warehouse buildings. That was my 10th warehouse I've ever placed in the game, everyone. There we go. That's not what I want. I'm maybe feeling some industrial detailing. Maybe some industrial fence. A little pathway that's going to cut through here. So people can actually enter the industrial area. That's going to be a very small addition, but something I think that works. I was totally thinking about the Sunset Harbor Desert map to make a Las Vegas inspired city. I would probably go for a workshop map if you want to do Vegas. The Desert Oasis from Sunset Harbor is a little bit awkward. That's if you're on PC, even if you're not on PC then that point is invalid. Okay, so we've got a Smoker's Vape Shop here as well. Let's get a Smoothie King. And a Sports Clips. Or a Sprint. Sure, let's do that. Let's bring these ones in too. Fence is blocking the warehouse access point. That is an excellent shout there. I've just realised that it is. Yes, it is. Bang on right. Because it's facing the arterial road, isn't it? Okay. It's alright, isn't it? It's alright. Yeah, excellent shout bear necessities. Excellent observation. Let's re-amend that one. See if we can get it in like there. Cool. And then we'll tell them both to store zone goods as well. I heard you were looking for me, Egg. I was sunken ship. I needed to know the shortcut to change the snapping from parking lot snapping mode. I couldn't remember what it was, but your tutorial covers it. But then I checked the settings and found out it was Control and X. So it's okay now. Thank you. Thank you for trying to come to my rescue. Alright. Cool. So last thing we want to do now is just paint out the bottom of the baseball fields so we're not getting the sprites coming through. I'll tell you what, actually, we can probably paint all of this out because we'll have walkable pathways between the baseball fields themselves. So yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. Again, sorry if you can hear the rain, guys. It is like horrifically torrential. Doesn't usually come through, but that is loud rain. Then again, let's go some of our gravel path. Yep. Pop through. Should be really good seeing people walk through these baseball fields. Should make them feel much more alive, hopefully. Okay. Why haven't you zoned out the areas you have planned out yet? Curious for the reason. There is no reason, really. It's just not been filled out yet. There's plenty of space that haven't been filled. There's stuff over here that's been planned and ready. It's just not been filled in yet. Big project. It'll take a while. You got the rain there? Yeah, that's loud. You can hear it, can you? Can you hear the rain? Yeah, it's like battering the window. Okay, yeah, so these are all whinging of workers, of course, because they're all new assets, so we'll have to provide some form of residential complex for them here. But I think we'll work on that in next episode. Do an episode on high density, because we haven't really covered high density residential yet in this theme. Or we might do this one. I fancy another watery suburb. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so again, let's just very briefly jump into Google Earth, because I want to find some of these apartment complexes. So I know there's some that lie between the highway and Glendale. Like these ones. Okay, so there's... yeah, kind of a little roundabout here, and then some roads with a pool in the middle. Little park in there too, by the looks of it. That kind of backs onto the highway. So there's like 3 different apartment condo layouts all right next to each other here. Something like that anyway, we'll see. Okay. Sunken is awesome with mods, she really is. Sunken Ship makes some really nice mod tutorials. Very easy to understand. Let me trim off the chunk fox as well. At least shave it a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I think one of the last builds we'll do as part of this detailing suburb expansion is one of these new condo complexes. So let's have a little look at this before we look at wrapping the stream up today. I have to go and interview City Planner soon. Again, for those that weren't here earlier, we have City Planner on our Patreon podcast this week. So if you want to come in and see what Phil's got to say, there are links down to Patreon below. Okay. Some mid-rise high-density apartments in the space between the diagonal highway and the university would be cool. You mean here? Yeah, I suppose I could put it here, couldn't I? I can move this recycling centre now anyway. This doesn't need to be here. You just go and sit over there for the time being. Yeah, here wouldn't be a good shout out here, to be fair, JJ. That wouldn't be a bad shout at all here. Because we do have a bit of an awkward space, and we can certainly introduce some industrial alongside the residential ideas. Yeah, okay, we'll try it here. We'll try it here first. Let's go for... probably big parking lot roads is more suited to this, but we'll try some things first. Let's go for our little collector road here. Let's bring this up by 10. That's going to be fine. Let's go on for a little 2-way road with no parking. We'll make a little roundabout at the tip here as well. Okay, just a little 2-deep roundabout. Gonna keep everyone happy. And then we'll just do 10 either side. And then we'll start having a look. Oh, actually, could we do drive roads off a roundabout, actually? Would that work? Not sure if it was. You have City Planner podcast. If a podcast is something. There will be a City Planner podcast tonight, yeah. I'm recording it with him later on. Let's go for... It's 14 meters here. Yes, that does seem to actually work quite nicely with the drive road as it comes off the roundabout. I think I'm going to be okay with it. I'll probably do another one here as well. Yeah, okay. Cool. Again, we'll decorate out with our favourite little roundabout decorations using the gravel texture in the middle of a roundabout. It's always nice. Okay, I had to step away, Egg. I did egg review the loading bays at the back of the Walmart. No, we have not. We've not, Missy. You're not the first person to mention it either. Egg, when you place your fence by the warehouses, the fence blocking with access points, we've changed it, mate. We've already changed it. It's here. Sorted it now. Okay. Okay. Click the crosshairs and no controller, Egg. So sorry to say. It doesn't really do anything anyway, right? Didn't seem to change it. Oh, is it because... Yes, they have the little... When the lines go red, that's when it's unhappy, isn't it? There we go. Like that. That one's already okay. No, it's not. There we go. That'll be okay. It's fine. So bring this out. So I guess the pattern to be doing these in, we're going to want grey border roads. We want to draw anti-clockwise. So how deep are we here? We can do 15 with a parking lot. We don't need that deep though. Let's go over 15 here and then 12. Is 4 tiles enough to squeeze one of these high density apartments in? Oh, we've got some different ones here as well we might be able to use. Are these similar to what we used last time though? I think they might be. Yeah, it's like the same asset, isn't it? See if we can pick another one then. Maybe these city common condos are more appropriate for sitting near the university. Save some spaces between the buildings as well for possible walkability to start heading back through this part of the map. We'll have a look. Come in for one of these pavement roads. And bring this up as well. You went too big for the offsets. I think it's fixed now, right? I think it's fixed. It's a yes for right now. It's a yes for now. It's not quite there. Quite there yet, is it? Let's go for couple of filling roads now. So I want parking to be outside and sandwiched, and then I want to grab these 3 boys with Move It and then place them here. Okay, it's kind of looking like what I want it to. Then the parking spaces are important. Actually, again, let me check the length here. Let's go for the filler road. It's really confusing as to which way to do these in sometimes. Okay. Let me delete you. And then you're going to come up through the middle like that. That's okay. Would you get accessible parking in a condo complex like this? Guess I might as well include some, right? I'm assuming you would. Some of them might be like disabled accessible, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Those have garages on the back. Yes, they do. They do have garages on the back. I don't know, mate. I think the King Leno assets, they're lost in my endless mod list. I'll have to find out which ones they are for you. Actually, what are they called? Condos. Are they in Find It? Yeah, City Common Condos. There they are. Yeah, the King Leno assets, 2C. Do you want me to share it with you? I'll post the link in the live chat if you want it, mate. Bear with me a second. There you go. Those are the assets. Let's get away from this. There we go. Oh, no, come out of Find It. Hiya, greetings from Indonesia, by the way. Have you ever heard of a Foundation game, a medieval city builder? I hope you play it someday because it has some beautiful fences and decorations. Foundation game. I've never heard of Foundation game. I've heard of New Home Medieval Village. That's kind of similar to what you're talking about, I guess. But no, I haven't heard of it, mate. I haven't. Okay, let's carry on with this little car parking condo complex thing as well. I think we're definitely going to carry on the hedge border and get some swimming pools in here as well. Let's go for... I think I might just want to stick to... we'll see. I'm not sure which path we want to use yet. So if we are going to put them back to back, then it does mean, of course, that the garages on these middle ones will be non-functional. Could save a tiny little road between them. I have a major delay. There's usually about a 30-second delay on YouTube live streams. If you just make sure you're actually live, sometimes if you pause it or rewind, it knocks it out of the live feed. I just put those condos in my city. Love them. Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? Much more appealing residential assets, for sure. No way, did 2 disabled old people just get out of a disabled spot? Is that actually how they work? They have walking sticks. If that's how they work, that's really cool. But we'll find out. So let's give them a community pool too. Let's go for... It's in healthcare, isn't it? Yep, there we go. Gonna upgrade my pathways too. And then let's go ahead and get those hedge kind of walls or linings back in as well. These are very much kind of a spice of the day, if you like. Let's go for 6 meter spacing. There we go. 1 or 2 by each building near the doors. We'll do that then. That's what we'll do with them. Let's just bring that up there. That's going to be nice. Yeah, let's replace... a couple of parking spots with some accessibility parking. There we go. That's a happy medium, I think, isn't it? I guess they only really want to be on the doors though, right? Yeah, I'm happy with that, I think. I've got an idea of how we can blend these in. Such a finicky little, like, delete window on some of these. There we go. That's what we want. Yeah, let's get those up and then get those single parking spaces in behind. Cool. Yeah, I guess it makes sense to just rejig this one too. And then I'll just remove that one out. That one can be a slightly smaller space. You've completely abandoned elevated zoo paths. Suppose they don't make much sense in Ilos though. I guess they do have a space in Ilos, but only in very specific regions. I only really used elevated zoo paths, to be fair, for like a little bit in Palaven, and then everyone just started talking about them like it's all egg uses, and it's not. I use them like once or twice. Don't we have an elevated zoo path in Ilos? I'm sure we do. Maybe we were talking about them today in the few candy lakes. Is there not one over here? Could have sworn there was. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I haven't used elevated zoo paths for a while. Okay, let me actually get this bloody car part finished. There we go. I'll just clip that one off as well so it's symmetrical with the other side. And now our fence patterns should be able to come in a little easier. There we go. Wonderful. So nice doing these little curb designs here. Huge fan of them. Got 251 people here. Thank you so much for turning up for a little bit of Sunday live action, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the additions to Ilos today. Again, these are going to want lighting because big parking lot roads does not come with its own lighting. So just a couple of these in here and there. Although we do want to sink down there with move it because they do elevate. Okay, and then it should just be a happy little case of just picking up props now with move it and then copying them over to our friends over here. And I'll manually place in these last ones. Also pick a tree too. There we go. Cool. We definitely saw some sort of like dog park in here as well, so let's make sure that we factor that in. Just probably a regular vanilla dog park's going to be alright. Yeah, there we go. That's going to be fine for them. Okay. Okay. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to go nip to the bathroom for a hot minute. Just let me give you a little view of the new Walmart. And I'll be back in a second. And hello people. Just teasing. Use the past that resonate with you. That's true. That's true. There's a new Walmart. Yes, there is. There is a new Walmart. Little new retail section that's developed today. Doing quite a bit of work today, actually. To be fair, it's been a bit of an expanse, but we're not too far off finishing up here anyway. Yeah, so we want some trees for this as well. Night spice. Brad, are you still awake? What are you doing? Love the support, mate, but it's ridiculously late for you now, dude. Go to bed, mate. Like, go to bed. How about some of the new coconut trees? It's not letting me place them there for some reason, even though Tree Anarchy is on. I'm not sure why. But is anyone adverse to the inclusion of the new content creator coconut trees? I don't hate it. I think it's alright. Okay, let's go for these then. Select our trees and move it. And we can just drop them onto these islands now. Very nice. It's 3:30 AM. Insane, mate. You're insane. Love the support though, so thank you. Thank you so much. And then we'll get some big ones in these central reservation spots. I really like the way we've kind of shattered the car park in there with the layout of disabled and then single space parking without the curb space in the middle. I really like that configuration. Something a little different, isn't it? I think it's going to sit quite nicely against the back of the university. I think I'm a fan, everyone. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this palette and design. Yeah, we're getting more big boy spikes and demands for these sorts of places, so we'll definitely do an episode on kind of high density condo complexes and whatnot, but we can continue to flesh out these areas over here too as we come into them. I think we will just come in with maybe a little bit of design filler before we finish the episode. Let's go for this one here. You come down into the middle as well. This should be okay. Yeah, that seems like a decent spot. Go. Do you want to go for gravel? Ooh, I like the gravel because that really frames that central roundabout then, doesn't it, if we do the gravel filler? Yeah, okay. Let's let me copy this whole intersection and throw it over here. That's fine. And then same here again too. Oh yeah, it doesn't work there, does it? Because they're crossing over into the second lane. I feel like there's an idea there to be had with the marking tool to kind of frame off the central roundabout, and yeah, it's not quite right there, is it? Only really works on one of the corners. Let me delete these ones. Okay. I can definitely come up with something for that. We'll see what we can do. With intersection marking tool. And then again, some more trees. It's going to be faithful to my designs. Let's go for a couple little random ones. I don't know why it's not letting me place trees with Anarchy. I'm not sure what's going on there. That's going to be okay, I think. Okay, but it's going to be fine. And yeah, we can settle on many more designs for these during kind of future streams and flesh out areas, but we filled out a decent size of the grid around a few Candy Lakes today. I think next episode we're going to carry on exploring desert oasis themes and explore something much more watery with this one. Or we're going to finally do the rail yard that needs to sit here because this is looking awful now. That needs to be done. Valley Lad Gaming with a 449 super chat. I really enjoyed this live. I got to shoot. Take care. No worries, Valley Lad. Thank you so much for all the support, mate. You've been here all day. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much for the super chat, buddy. Okay, let's pop on a nighttime view and then we'll wrap up the stream here. Been live for nearly 2 hours, 40 minutes. We'll do another episode. For the episode, people fume. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave the stream there. Let's go see if anyone is streaming cities and we'll throw them a little host. Let me go see who's online. There's none in English. No, there's no English streams at the minute. Okay. Who haven't we raided for a while? Have both Anarchies, that's probably why. Okay, Karina. It might be. It might be. Yeah, there's no stream up at the minute. Screw it. We'll leave it this week. It's fine. We host someone every week. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave the stream there. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you've enjoyed the new additions in and around the Few Candy suburb today. For those patrons, don't forget you guys will have the the City Planner podcast going up tonight, so you'll be notified of that in the Discord and on Patreon. But otherwise, I'll tell you what, so yeah, hold on. Don't go. Let me throw Valley Lad the host. Let me throw Valley Lad. Spare with me a second, guys, don't go yet. Why can I not find his channel? Sorry guys, spare me 1 second. I'm just trying to find someone for the host. There it is, I've got it, hold on. Okay, so if you guys want to go show another content creator some support, there is a link to Valley Lad's link in the live chat. Go and throw him some love to his algorithm. But thank you so much for watching. Noob's Guide will be out tomorrow and Monday. But otherwise, I will shut up and leave it there. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for modding as well. Jane's been here for a fair old time. Such a long stream, loved it, good. Yeah, long stream, yeah, great stream egg. Value some love, great stream egg, thank you. Thank you everyone for showing up. A Few Candy, Sarah. A Few Candy's live at 7:30 tonight as well on YouTube, I think. So go and throw us some support. It's on YouTube, it's Skylines, it's live, it's Oridon. It's a little bit of yes please, everyone's loving it. Go and show her some support, that's 7:30 tonight, UK. Otherwise, I want to go and speak to City Planner. I'll speak to you guys soon. Alright.